Now I'm mad. I was going to do a whole series on how a Broadway dresser irons a shirt. I thought it might be interesting, and I was going to tell you all sorts of information about shows I've worked on. And now's the day that my Rowenta iron that I've had for years decided to keep shorting out and not functioning. I am thwarted at every turn, people. I am thwarted at every turn. So now I gotta go buy an iron. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. Meanwhile, I'll make this video one. We'll start again. How a Broadway dresser irons a shirt. Well, Billy, what makes you think you're such an expert on how to do such a thing? Well, I'll tell you. I have worked on 27 different Broadway shows in the wardrobe department. I have ironed a lot of shirts. Now, to be clear, I'm not going to say this is how all Broadway dressers iron shirts. I'm sure that there are dressers I know who might look at this video and say, oh, well, that's why he's so damn slow. Or say, oh, he's a genius. Anyways. Most of the ironing I've done has been during day work. It's done during the day, and it is work. When the company isn't in the theater, wardrobe and other crews can have access to the place to set up ironing boards and get into quick change booths and get into dressing rooms to prepare the show for the next performance and go over everything that might have been wrecked the night before. Now, that breaks down into many different people doing many different tasks. Things like someone might be doing a shoe call, where they're going room to room, checking all the shoes in the show, polishing them if they need polishing, fixing paint on them if they need to be repainted, especially checking the rubber on the bottom of the shoes. If that needs to be glued back down or even taken out to the shoemaker to be replaced, now's your time to do it. Because actually, when we say to the actors, break a leg, we don't actually mean it. So you got to make sure that every shoe is safe for your actors. So while people are doing that, while someone's doing that, you probably have other people in, say, the tower of dressing rooms on stage left. There's several floors of dressing rooms with a couple, 3, 4, 7 people in each room. Somebody or some people are going through each of those rooms to check any of the costumes that live in those rooms or on those landings in those areas, checking every button, every hook, every seam, every Velcro, every hem on pants. You're going over that thing with a fine-tooth comb, quick time, because you only have 4 hours to get through everything. And steaming it with a steamer. Sometimes you do have to pull out the iron and just do a quick iron on certain things. It's just, we'll know soon in the run of a show what's going to need to be done on the daily to keep things running. Every performance, 8 shows a week. The other thing is, if you find anything that needs repairs, you might have to take it downstairs to the wardrobe room, to the stitcher. Oh, hail the stitcher, everybody. Stitcher is in the room going over anything that needs to be done that's faster, that's more involved than stitch a button back on, fix the hem on those pants. If something ripped, they got to fix it. Whether it's in the seam of the garment or he tore through the whole pants of that, you got to figure out how to patch that thing and get it back on stage for tonight. The stitcher's got that to do. And it may be any given day, well, here come 10 items from day work because last night was a very rough show and everybody wrecked everything. Or they've just got the basic day-to-days to do. Within that also, they probably have a whole rack of costumes sitting next to them that when we get the chance, I'm going to replace the lining in the sleeve of this jacket. When I get the chance, I'm going to alter these pants. When I get the chance, we're going to completely redo the back panel on that thing. When I get the chance before this weekend, I'm going to replace all of this, fix all of this before the old actor leaves the show and the new one comes in and is going to wear all of these things. So the stitcher's got a lot to do. So now also during day work, you have laundry happening. Thank God for unions. The actors don't have to wear underwear, tights, socks, bras, dance belts more than once. Thank you. So we have at least 2 full sets of these things because on a 2-show day, you can't turn that laundry around in time. So laundry is always happening in the show. And then we also within that have whole schedules of certain shirts in the show get laundered after every performance. This whole scene in the show, the washables get washed once a week on this day. Bathrobes and personal towels and stuff get washed on Thursday. We have a very broken down schedule of how that will go. Now, there are a lot of dress shirts in most of Broadway shows that I've worked on, and there'll be an army of them. Example, the show Memphis, which I dressed for a year. The men's ensemble in that show had about 5 or 6 shirts each, and there were about 14 guys in the men's ensemble. So they had doubles of each of those shirts. So let's take 14 guys times 5 shirts times 2 sets of shirts. That's a lot of shirts. And they wear them 4 performances, then they would get laundered, ironed, and put back in the show while the second version was in the show those 4 performances. So between shows, ooh, wait, they wear them 4 times, under a jacket, under a vest, sweating like monsters, lifting girls and throwing them around the stage? Ew. How do you deal with all that sweat night to night? Well, we used cheap vodka in a spray bottle, people. Yes, we do. You spray it with cheap vodka and you put it over a fan. We have, the racks, a certain rack with fans underneath blowing up that you can just blow out stuff. Why vodka? Well, the alcohol will kill the bacteria, that is sweat, and because it is alcohol, it will evaporate quickly. It is not as harsh as regular rubbing alcohol, so cheap vodka in a spray bottle is what we do. And then it gets laundered and prepped. So I've done a lot of ironing calls on shows where here come the whole army of shirts to be ironed and put back into the show by tomorrow or tonight. That's enough for one video. Next, I'm going to tell you all about what it's like to do laundry at Hamilton. Oh my God, did I learn how to iron at Hamilton? Come back.